Tracking developing news out of Massachusetts, 2 Rhode Island men among 11 suspects due in court today in Medford, Massachusetts.
They were arrested following a standoff over the weekend that shut down part of Interstate 95 north of Boston early on Saturday. RICCI is joining us live from the courthouse where those men are expected to face a judge today. Erica.
Well, that's right, Danielle and Patrick. 2 of those men, as you mentioned, from Rhode Island, one from Pawtucket, the other from Providence. The group that they and the 9 others claimed to be a part of, the Rise of the Moors, when they were arrested, has come under scrutiny given the way that these events over the weekend unfolded. And so consequently, so are the members that identify with that group, including that man from Providence, 29-year-old Jamal Latimer. Now, over the weekend, we spoke with his dad, Stephen Latimer, and he went ahead and told us that he believes his son is actually the co-founder of that group. According to state police, the group referred to themselves as a militia and stated that they adhere to, quote, Moorish sovereign ideology. They were found in military fatigues and heavily armed with 8 military-style weapons when they were arrested Saturday morning following an hours-long standoff with police that shut down part of Route 95 near Boston and triggered a shelter-in-place for Wakefield and Reading residents. Despite that scene and the group's description, Latimer Sr. says it paints his son in a light quite opposite of what he knows him to be.
You know, Jamal has always been a good kid, a good guy, right? He's never gotten in any trouble. Heck, I can't even remember having to discipline him ever, like as a child. So that's the type of person he is. I remember when he was in school, elementary school, this is the kind of kid he was. He comes home, he has a dollar bill, it's ripped in half. And I'm like, what's going on with this? And one of his friends or one of his classmates didn't have lunch money. So he wanted to give him half of his dollar so they both can eat. Like, that's the type of person he is.
And Latimer Sr. also told us that his son had spent 4 years as a Marine and is also a father himself to a young child. Now, coming up next half hour, we're going to hear more from Stephen Latimer as he describes to us watching this scene unfold in Massachusetts and his reaction to it. We'll also talk more about the charges the 11 suspects are facing. We'll see you right back here live at 6:30. For now, live in Medford, Massachusetts, I'm Erica Ritchie, 12 News.
10 men and a teenage boy are getting ready to go before a judge in Massachusetts this morning.
Their actions over the weekend led to an hours-long standoff shut down part of the highway near Boston for some time.
And reporter Erica Ritchie is live in Medford this morning with details about the upcoming court appearance. Erica.
Well, Danielle and Patrick, 2 of the 11 suspects are from Rhode Island, one from Providence, one from Pawtucket. They, along with the 9 others, now facing several weapons charges after they were found on the side of the highway following those hours-long standoff and shutdown of many neighborhoods here with military-style weapons on their persons. Now, the father of the man from Providence, who's expected in court here today, spoke with us over the weekend, and he tells us that his response to this was quite shocking. Take a listen.
I was confused and hurt because what they were saying and how they were, well, at least from my point of view, how they were portraying him isn't the son that I know, that I have. So it's not Jamal. So as far as the terrorism and all that type of stuff, absolutely not.
29-year-old Jamal Latimer is his son. Stephen Latimer says his son is the co-founder of the group Rise of the Moors. That's the group the suspects said they were a part of when they were arrested in Wakefield, Massachusetts Saturday morning after sparking an hours-long standoff that shut down part of the highway and triggered a shelter-in-place for some local residents. Now, according to Massachusetts State Police, the group referred to themselves as a militia and stated that they adhere to, quote, Moorish sovereign ideology. They were dressed in military fatigues and police recovered 8 firearms from them when they arrested them. Police say they were on their way from Rhode Island to Maine for training. Now, Latimer's dad says the group trains for self-defense, but he was unsure what they were preparing to defend themselves against. Now, you heard Latimer Sr. say that he does not believe his son and he knows his son not to be a terrorist, even though that's how he believes he's being portrayed in this incident. Coming up over at the top of the hour, we're going to hear more on how he does portray his son and how he believes the public should see him him as well. We'll also talk more about the charges that those 11 are facing when they appear here in court today. I'll see you right back here, top of the hour. For now, live in Medford, Massachusetts, I'm Erica Ritchie, 12 News.